Boo-boo. Put it that way. Oh, cool. That is fun. Like a little, hold on. Oh, yes. There are spare people. Ah. Mudlands. Home. Alright, so what's this? That's my research. New expedition. I don't have any people. Let's see. Well, we don't need any of this scrap. How many people do you need for an expedition? 3. Well, we've got quite a bit of food. So let's go on then. Let's just we'll send a big party. Oh, who do I want? 1 less scrap. Alright, new expedition. 6 people. And then we're going to send them with... I don't know. Is this enough? I mean, we don't want to send them with all the food. Let's send them with that much food. Send them with all the scrap. And then we'll send them with... that much water. Okay, cool. So that's a day's worth of water, a day's worth of food. I don't know why they need that much scrap. Anyway, go. Waiting for explorers to gather. And here we go. Well, that's cool. Why are they unhappy? Oh, because they're sick. I forgot about that. Create a new expedition party and send it to explore the Mudlands. The Mudlands is 13 hours away, so I guess that's there and back again? I don't know. People are getting unhappy. I need to start curing these sick citizens. 7 of 8, 8 of 8, 7 of 8. I mean, they've all got houses, so at least they're not out in the elements. Let's speed this up. Who died? Oh no, they've gone on an expedition. Yeah, go to the Mudlands. Oh, right click. There we go. Off you go. Now, I wonder if the Mudlands... Is this like another village? Am I going to build another town? Take me home. I know you need medical care. We don't know how to provide that. We're researching it. I was trying to see if these things are like if it's a 3D game or whether they're... I mean, I think it is 3D, but I can't like tilt the camera in the way that you'd expect. A messenger arrives at our encampment. He has come on behalf of the remaining bunker dwellers, those who did not elect to explore the outside world of us when supplies began to run low. He tells us that starvation was enough to convince even the most stubborn to venture out onto the service, and they've already begun migrating. Go on then, we're ready, whatever. Get researching, come on. Alright, max water. I guess they did take all the food. Let's get some food going. What's this? Action required. Mudland. Long ago, fresh, clean water was so abundant the idea... Hey, stop, I'm reading. Abundant, the idea To be gone one day was simply inconceivable. Now the whole world is dusty and barren, and all places that might have been once wet are as dry as a bone. Cracked earth and sand give way to viscous mud as we near the wetlands, making our journey all the more arduous. Before we see any water at all, though, we come across a small old ship completely beached, lying on its side on dry earth. None of us have any idea how it could have gotten here. What should we do? Check inside the ship for anything of value. Alright, cool. We'll do that then. Oh. The ship's rusty. We spent some time exploring. Yep, the ship's rusty engine block still has some parts that seem they can salvage as scrap. Exploring deep into the wetlands, a single figure soon arrives over the horizon, coming towards us. It walks on stilts through the mud, and with every step, metallic jingles can be heard from a great sack it carries on its back. It stops before nearing our party, then raises a mud-slathered hand to point at us. What should we do? Offer it scrap? Alright, what's happened here? After receiving our offering, the figure reaches into its wrappings and produces a small, colourful trinket. Not particularly useful, but the gesture of good faith is somewhat reassuring. After hours of trudging, we finally reach the centre of the wetlands, a tiny pond lined with some thin reeds, the only water we've seen for miles. It's a lonely, depressing sight against the backdrop of the expanse of grey-brown mud, until we notice that some of the water near the reeds actually looks somewhat clear and drinkable. We study the effect that the reeds have on the water and harvest some samples to bring back home. Okay, we did it. What's this? 12 hours. How much time have we got? We've got... I don't know. Could we go... What's this place? Compass. Well, we had a day's worth of food. 8 hours. Oh, well, let's go to the campus then. Presumably that's going to be 8 hours and then 4 hours. So that's enough. That's good for us. That's fine with me. Research. Okay. Medical center. We've got. Ooh, the wetlands. Let's start researching that. House. Oh, now we need to build the medical center. Food and water are fine, so let's pause. Min. Get that scrap production up. And then, what do we want? 350? That's not too bad. Come on, let's get going. What is all this noise? Oh, that's the noise of the scrap. That's like there's a noise of people flipping around with scrap. Oh, yes. That would be the noise of the scrap pile. Converts contaminated water to poor water. Alright, cool. Now, I wonder if I have to build flatlands on this, like, what do they say? Arable land. Give me that scrap. Give me that scrap. Why is there so much food coming in? You two stop doing that. And start doing this. We need that scrap. Okay. Medical center. Stick it. Can we stick it in the back here? Yeah, there we go. That's what I want. Go. And then this. Min. Let's have. I like to have everything kind of going. Because eventually we'll run out of things to research, and so we won't need these people in the research center, presumably. Although, well, what have we got going on here? So we've got, what's that? Permanently increase the maximum allowed workers. Permanently decrease the scrap cost. Oh, interesting. Ah. So this is, if I wanted to build more, I could do that and I could do this. What's this one? Permanently increase the maximum allowed occupants. Okay. Well, I guess I can cross that bridge when I come to it. They're on their way. Oh, they got loads of stuff. They got loads of food. They got loads of water. Yeah, they're fine. They're hunky-dory. Now we're building the medical center, and then presumably the people who built the medical center can work in the medical center. And these 3 people who are sick. As the dust clouds envelop our encampment, work nearly grinds to a halt. Fortunately, those with shelter can ride out the worst of the storm in their makeshift lodgings, but we pity anyone trapped outside as the storm rages. Yeah, everybody's got a house, haven't they? Yeah, we've got more than enough houses because people are going on expeditions. That's fine. Hooray, we built the center. Oh, and it only needs 2 people. That's fine. So let's get some more scrap then. Ooh. Look, sensors are used in citizens for health, occupancy. They built it going to rest. Yeah. Oh, interesting. So I wonder if I can create shifts. Maybe that's what this next bit, like the next research thing will be. It's kind of a shame that the people who work in the center are sick. Well, these guys are almost at their destination. Alright, what's going on? This campus, a center of learning in the old world. There was once such abundance that people could gather at these places to do nothing except learn all day for years on end, without worrying about securing food or water for themselves. There are no more students there anymore, but maybe it could still teach us something. Our expedition finally reaches the outskirts of the campus. The large buildings of cement and glass, though broken and abandoned, seem to us like they could have once composed an entire city in their own right. We first come across a large hall that has been recently barricaded shut. After banging on the door, a voice from inside yells back, "Who's there? What should we do?" These people must be fellow survivors. We could invite them to our community. Whoever's in there could be dangerous. We should leave them. Let's invite them. Let's be nice. We take some time to explain who we are. After realizing that we mean no harm, the survivors who have barricaded themselves inside the hall seem very interested in joining us. Plus six people. We come across a small grouping of buildings. A cursory pass through some yields nothing of value, other than scraps of faded paper. Once partially collapsed structure, though, with a sign out front reading "Chemical Engineering," seems as though it might have salvageable scrap among its rubble. What should we do? These old experiments could be dangerous. I'll go inside. Can't wait. Go, go, go. What should we do? We spend some time picking apart the salvage. We gain some scrap from the wreck. Some of us feel a little sick, though, after breathing some odd-smelling fumes emanating from the rubble. We finally reach a central area of the university's campus. Some buildings that were once multi-story dwellings surround a relatively open, rectangular area. Benches, tables, and other simple amenities lie strewn about, but still mostly intact. It almost looks like it might have been nice to congregate here long ago. We spend some time thinking about the community that once gathered here. This is kind of sad, this. I was listening to a podcast the other day where they were talking about people being nostalgic for their time at university and things like that. And their point is like, you could still have that feeling. A lot of what you're feeling nostalgic for is being in a custom-built space where everything is within walking distance, and cities aren't built like that anymore. And you don't have these abilities like these places like universities and things where you can just learn and do things like that. So it does feel sad that the parallels between real life and then also obviously this just dystopian apocalyptic time where no one has the luxury of just learning and doing things like that. Although I don't know what the researchers are doing if not learning. The organization of the campus quad paired with some of the valuable amenities we salvaged to give us the idea about how to structure our own communal spaces. We can now research the community center. Ooh. Alright, where to next? Ooh. Do I go here? Do I risk it? They don't show me. Expedition needs. I mean, there's 12 people. Let's bring them back home. Bring the boys back home. And everybody else as well. Thanks so much for watching my playthrough of the demo of Homeseek. Please hit subscribe as well as that bell button so you can see when the next episode comes out. I'll see you all in a bit.